Welcome back to the Scales of Justice. Today we're diving deep into a critical aspect of law: nuances. We have legal expert Sarah Miller, a specialist in corporate law, and legal scholar David Chen joining us. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to be back. Nuances are the subtle yet powerful details that can drastically alter a legal outcome. Law isn't a simple set of rules. It's a complex system where context, interpretation, and evolving societal values play crucial roles. These nuances can emerge from the specific wording of laws, past court decisions, precedent, the unique facts of each case, and even shifts in how society understands certain issues.
In my practice, I see these nuances constantly. A seemingly standard contract might have hidden ambiguities that become glaringly obvious during a dispute. A slight difference in the facts of two similar cases can lead to completely different legal conclusions. These are the things that make law both challenging and intellectually stimulating. Consider contract law. A common phrase is reasonable efforts. What does that actually mean? It's not explicitly defined. It depends on the industry, the specific circumstances, and ultimately what a judge considers reasonable. This ambiguity is a breeding ground for disputes and costly litigation. One company might believe they made reasonable efforts to fulfill a contract, while the other party disagrees vehemently. This difference in interpretation hinges on the nuance of reasonable efforts.
Exactly. The subjective nature of such terms highlights the interpretive aspect of law. Another example is intent in criminal law. Proving criminal intent can be incredibly difficult. The prosecution must demonstrate beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused not only committed the act, but also intended the specific outcome. This involves examining their actions, words, and the surrounding context. Did they act deliberately? Was there premeditation? These questions delve into the nuances of intent. For instance, someone might have caused harm unintentionally, which would lead to a different legal outcome than if they had acted with malice.
Absolutely. A misunderstanding of a legal nuance can lead to financial ruin, loss of freedom, or even wrongful convictions. That's why experienced legal professionals are essential. We are trained to identify these complexities and advocate effectively for our clients. We have to be meticulous in our analysis, examining every detail and considering all possible interpretations.
And it's not just lawyers and judges. Everyone needs a basic understanding of legal nuances to navigate daily life. Knowing your rights, understanding the implications of signing a contract, or recognizing when you might need legal counsel, these are vital for informed participation in society. Imagine someone signing a lease agreement without fully understanding the clause about automatic renewal. They might find themselves locked into a contract they didn't intend to renew, simply because they missed that nuance. Laws aren't set in stone. They evolve with society. As societal values and norms change, the interpretation and application of laws also change. Think about the evolving understanding of privacy in the digital age. Traditional privacy laws, designed for physical spaces, are now challenged by the vast amount of personal data collected online. This requires courts and lawmakers to grapple with new nuances and create legal frameworks that protect individual privacy in this new digital context. What constitutes a reasonable expectation of privacy in the online world? This is a complex question with legal nuances that are still being debated and defined.
We see this constantly in areas like intellectual property. The internet has made it incredibly easy to copy and distribute copyrighted material. This has forced courts to redefine copyright infringement and to consider the nuances of fair use in the digital realm. Is sharing a song with a friend copyright infringement? What about using a short clip from a movie in a critical review? These questions require careful consideration of the specific context and the nuances of copyright law.
Exactly. Legal professionals must be lifelong learners, continually updating their knowledge and understanding of the law. We need to analyze complex situations, identify the relevant nuances, and apply the law fairly and equitably. The law isn't just a collection of rules, it's a dynamic system that reflects and shapes society.
And it's not just about knowing the law, it's about understanding how the law interacts with other disciplines, such as economics, technology, and social sciences. A good lawyer needs to see the bigger picture and understand the broader implications of their legal arguments. For example, a lawyer specializing in environmental law needs to understand the science behind climate change to effectively argue their case. One major challenge is the inherent ambiguity of language. Laws are written in language, and language is inherently imperfect. Words can have multiple meanings, and even carefully drafted statutes can be interpreted differently. This ambiguity leads to uncertainty and sometimes litigation. Two parties might agree on the words in a contract, but disagree on what those words actually mean in practice.
Another challenge is the sheer volume of laws and regulations. We live in a complex society with a massive body of law governing almost every aspect of our lives. Keeping up with these laws and understanding their nuances is a daunting task, even for legal professionals. The complexity of the tax code, for example, is a prime illustration of this challenge.
Don't hesitate to ask questions. Law can be intimidating, but it's crucial to seek clarification when you're unsure. Consult a lawyer if you have a specific legal issue, and remember that the law is constantly evolving, so stay informed about changes that might affect you. There are many resources available, from online legal information websites to community legal clinics.
I'd add that developing critical thinking skills is essential. Law isn't just about memorizing rules. It's about analyzing facts, identifying relevant legal principles, and constructing persuasive arguments. Developing these skills can help you better understand the nuances of law and make informed decisions. Try reading legal cases or attending court proceedings to see how legal arguments are constructed and how judges apply the law.
Thank you for having us.
It was a pleasure.